With businesses just over the border in Wisconsin bucking stay-at-home orders, Illinois may be gearing up for a similar showdown in this state's Supreme Court.
CBS 2 political investigator is live in Lincoln Square to break down the debate between liberty and health. Dana.
Brad and Erica, for many in power here in Illinois, especially lawmakers, it really comes down to legislate versus adjudicate. Wisconsin's Supreme Court and its conservative majority made this okay. Saving businesses as the COVID-19 curve flattens is also on the minds of many people in Illinois who want to minimize pandemic-related commerce casualties by challenging the governor's reopening plan.
There are already many cases working their way through the judicial branch. Our role as the legislature is to be the other check on the governor's authority.
It's an opinion shared by many state lawmakers as they prepare to head back to Springfield next week for a 3-day special session.
I have been on the record supportive of the stay-at-home order, but I also believe that the legislature has to get back into the business of governing and also exercising our constitutional powers.
House Minority Leader Jim Durkin says those current lawsuits may eventually reach the Illinois Supreme Court, which he backs. But in the meantime, he's preparing what he calls common sense legislation about how the state should reopen outside of Chicago. He wants to introduce it next week, despite a narrowly defined agenda outlined by the House Speaker in the Democratic majority House. Do you think that this debate will even be allowed next week because the agenda is so strict and streamlined?
I plan to introduce legislation that's going to, I think, address fairly the way that the governor has wrongfully segregated the state.
There's another GOP-sponsored bill that would basically require General Assembly approval before Governor J.B. Pritzker be allowed to make any more decisions based on his use of emergency powers. Whether that will come up next week, also a big question mark. As for the current lawsuits headed imminently to the Illinois Supreme Court, none appear to be so close to that at this point, but of course, that could change. Brad?
Yeah, Dana, in the courts or in the Capitol, is the pushback against the governor reopening plan, is it purely one-sided, or is there angst amongst Democrats as well?
Well, you know, certainly a lot of the very vocal opponents have been Republicans, but there are some Democrats, especially downstate, that have concerns about the fairness, as they see it, of the governor's reopening plan. And I also want to point out there are some legal leaders in the state of Illinois, including the president of the Illinois Trial Lawyers Association, who says this matter should never get to the Supreme Court. It should strictly stay with the governor and with lawmakers. Brad?
Okay. CBS 2 investigator Dana Kozlov. Dana, thank you.